Hello, I'm Diah Werdiyanti. I'm a student of English Language Education of Canada University of Education. So now I would like to share a little bit about online learning. So first of all, what is online learning? So online learning is learning activity which is conducted over the internet, and in this case, students will take courses online fully or partly instead of face-to-face. And here, the learners will use handphone, computer, tablet, or a laptop for their learning. And it means that at some point in their studying, they have to go online to access information or to communicate with their instructor or other learners. There are two types of learning. The first type is synchronous, which means that the learning activities all things are happening at the same time. For example, if the teachers in New York conduct an outside class, then the teacher will communicate with the students in the same time frame. The second type is asynchronous, which means that all things or learning activities are happening at a different time. For example, if teacher give a material in Monday at 9 in the morning, then the student can access it anytime and everywhere within the due date. Okay, talk about online learning. We need a software application, an application to make an online learning. Here we have LMS or Learning Management System as the web-based software application to design, develop, teach, and manage online course. So what is the basic features of an LMS? The first is syllabus. Syllabus here contain basic course information, communication strategies, course timeframe and format, assignment and activities, criteria of class participation, and also the course outline. The second is announcement. Announcement here. If the teachers want to give information to the students about the course, anything that related about the course, then teachers will use this room. The third is course email. In the course emails, there is a private interaction between teacher and students or students and students. The fourth is lesson. Lessons should be created for each week of the course and at least include the lesson detail with the due date, also the introduction of the learning outcomes, the readings, and also the assignments, and of course the summary of the lesson. The fifth is discussion forum. Discussion forum is a room for students and teachers to exchange their ideas, to give a comment, to ask the question, also to respond to question. And in the discussion, teachers should be involved to make a clarify about a discussion of the certain topic. The next is assignment upload. Assignment upload is the room for students to upload their assignment, to place their assignment. And the next is gradebook. Gradebook is like a report of the progress of students in online learning so that students can improve their skill or their ability. The last is resources. The online readings and relevant materials are linked and uploaded to the resources sections of the site. Here is the example of an online course. This is an introduction writing for one meeting. Yeah, let's say for example this is a TEFL course and we will conduct a meeting and we'll discuss about TEFL terminology. Here we should make a clear instruction that we will discuss about TEFL terminology, and what will we cover is the notion of ESL, EL, and so on, and also the difference between EFL and ESL. And the instruction is you should read the book and conduct a discussion later on. Yeah, The instruction should be simple and not in short paragraph, but it should make students understand about the instruction. It should give a clear instruction to the students, and also we can choose familiar or common word to make students understand. Okay. And design an online course. The online material should be attractive. Why? Because an attractive online material can enhance communication. Then, what elements that make an attractive online material? The first is layout. Yeah, we have to make sure that in the text there are a significant amount of white space, and also there are a space between line and paragraphs and the right left text, and also we have to make text in left justified so it can make the text readable. The second is text. In the text there are headings and subheadings which used consistently to logically organize the content, and we can use a universal sans serif web typeface, for example, Verdana or Times New Roman with type size 12 in minimum. Then we can use bold and italic to emphasize unimportant items, and also we can use underlining for hyperlinks. And we as a teacher should avoid all caps words. The third is colors. We use colors only with purpose, and we have to make sure that we have a good contrast between the text and the background. For example, if the backgrounds are white, we have to make the text in black color. And the last is graphic elements. We can use visual elements, for example, icons, to consistently to distinguish between different types of course element. For example, if we can use a book icons as a sign of lesson or assignments, or we can use microphone icons as an audio. And then we can also use bullets and numbers, but they have a different purpose. We can use numbers to identify a sequential steps, while we use bullets to highlight a series that are not sequential. Okay, there are some activities that we can do in online learning, and of course with their technological tools. The first is class discussion with the tools discussion forum. The second is journal writing with the tools or blog. The third is shared knowledge base with the tools wikis. And then practice exercises. We can use testing or quizzing as the tools. And then projects, we can use work groups, wikis, blogs, or discussion forum for the tools. And the last is receptive activities. Yeah, we can use YouTube, Google presentation, or podcast. Okay, it should be considered that online discussion is the important point in the online course, but sometimes online discussion does not work well. Then how can teacher optimize the discussion? I give you 4 ways to optimize the discussion. The first is you can set reward for students if you make a quiz or test in your online course. The second, teachers should also participate in every situation, and students will have a clarification about the discussion. The third is we should make a frequent and varied activities. So this kind of way should will bring a student uh, that students will not be boring for the monitored activities. And the last is make sure that the question inspire conversation. Yeah, in this case, we as a teacher should avoid yes or no question or 1 or 2 word answered. Okay. Next is we as a teacher in online course should provide an engaged learning resource. I took images as the engaged learning resource. It can be form of photos, charts, screenshots, graphs, or illustration. Yeah, you can see here. If we just put the text on the online course, students will be bored of the explanation. But if we put images here, teacher will get an illustration of the text, and also it will engage students to read the text. The next, I give you the example how to assess students in online course. Yeah, there is a class participation rubrics, and this is I set this assessment to assess writing uh, ability, students' writing ability. So there are range score from 1 to 3 and the specific definition, and the percentage is content is the important point of this assignment with accuracy as the last point of this assignment. Now, in building an online course, we have to consider their basic elements. So there are four basic elements in building an online course. The first is learning outcomes. Learning outcomes should be specific, measurable, and clear, and also defined. We have to make sure that course materials are related to their learning outcomes and also provide students with the resources and supported activities. The second is online syllabus. Yeah, online syllabus includes a communication strategy. It's about how and when students can contact you via email, phone, chat, and etc. And the second is clear description of the course time frame and format. It's explained the due date. And next is guidelines for online class participation. And the third element is course outline. Yeah, the online course outline is a calendar or a to-do list and presents a sequence of events, assignment, reading activities, and course deliverables. The last basic elements is lessons. How can we make a lessons? Yeah, it's begin with the learning outcomes. Each unit will have at least one learning outcomes. Then we have to set the activities and plan out what assessment that we will need to ensure that the learning outcomes have been met. And we can use that assessment uh, to make students can improve their ability on the next project or succeed at the final projects. Okay, the last is I give you the example of an online lesson in your class for one meeting. So here the topic is CLL and TBLT. We put the due date here and also the instruction. And then what should we do next for this meeting? So here we should make a clear instruction so that the students will uh, understand what the instruction and what should they do with the instruction. Well, I think that's all that I can share about online learning. Thank you for watching.